What are you guys excited to see?
I like the historical areas, like with the cabins and the Indians and the Wild West and all that. I've been coming since as long as I can remember. Hi! Like since I was a very, very tiny baby.
These two are the weavers.
I enjoy the Native American culture because of all the intricacy that goes into it and how like just fascinating it is, like the way they lived and the way they used resources. My name is Maya Andrick and I am 13 years old. It kind of hides my line of sight. Cool. Being a teenager is, for the most part, pretty it's similar to being 12, except I get to watch PG-13 movies. That's cool. I most of the time have a pretty good attitude, so I only look at the good things about being a teenager. Like, when someone walks up to me and is like, how old are you? I'm like, I'm 13. Yeah, it feels good to say that.
Maya is vivacious. She's lively, joyful, pleasant, positive. Just one of the happiest, not one of, but the happiest child I know.
You better run faster!
I'm running!
You better run even faster!
I would describe Maya in simple words. Joy is the first thing that comes to mind. Endless joy. And perseverance, never quits, and loving.
Maya's birth was extremely premature, 25 weeks.
She was pronounced dead when she was delivered, but through the miracles of medicine, they were able to revive her. And then that journey began of just every day not knowing what we were going to hear next.
There were lots of complications early on. She had 4 surgeries by the time she was 3 months old. It was scary. It was a very scary time. We lived in this dark unknown for about 2 years, and then we finally got a diagnosis of cerebral palsy. And we also learned during this time that she was going to be legally blind. She didn't actually walk until she was 4.5, and we're so grateful that she finally did, because not everybody, obviously with cerebral palsy, does get to that walking date.
The museum has played a critical role in just bringing the passions that Wendy and I both share to her in a way that she can experience it.
She's grown up here.
We gotta go see the otters.
Lead the way down the trail.
Some of the things I love about the museum is checking out all the animals up close. Hello! Hello! I can see some, but I can't see as well as the average person. And that makes it harder to see wildlife animals like my parents do when they're going biking or hiking or even just camping. So the museum really allows me to see that.
Oh my goodness!
When we first started coming to the museum, on a crowded day, she couldn't access everything the museum had to offer. I remember calling the High Desert Museum and speaking to Dana Whitelaw, and she instantly was incredibly receptive, kind, compassionate, and wanting to make some sort of accommodations to help not only Maya, but ultimately anybody that needed to access the museum in a different way.
Good tumbleweed.
She was instrumental in starting the Museum and Me program.
Oh look, there's Mrs. Miller.
She's learned through the support of the High Desert Museum that people are willing to accommodate you in a really respectful, supportive way.
I don't want to be recognized for my challenges. I want to be recognized for who I am. And I know that my challenges make me part of who I am, but I want to be recognized as like a kind, humoristic, excited, happy, nice person.
My favorite lesson that I've learned from Maya is to say, I love you. She says it to everybody.
I've learned from Maya to appreciate everything and everyone. Slow down, smile more. I've learned to just be more loving, be more kind.
Yeah, she teaches me love.